biggest thing, and I've learned this from college with Coach Staley, is mind over matter. If it don't mind, it don't matter.
We can't reset anything at this rate, no matter who we're playing against, and I think we just lost that. We got to get that back.
I don't have time to be tired. At the end of the day, my teammates need me.
The tenacity, the want factor, the physicality, like we just lost that. We had it in the first quarter. That's great. For us to do that, we got to look at ourselves. We got to look in our locker room and see what the hell is, what is going on. Good Lord, I got to get better at this.
I sleep a lot, honestly. I think that's the biggest thing.
Did ESPN just shake up the entire WNBA award system? Aja Wilson's name is all over their predictions, but you won't believe who else is making waves. Let's break down why these awards are about to change everything for the league. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. These awards aren't just shiny trophies, they can make or break a player's career. Imagine going from bench warmer to superstar overnight. That's what these awards can do. They're like a magic wand that turns good players into legends. But here's the thing, this year's predictions are wild. We've got some usual suspects, sure, but there are some names that'll make you go, wait, what? I'm talking about dark horses coming out of nowhere and shaking things up. You know what's even crazier? These awards might change how teams play and how players train. We're talking about a whole new WNBA. Ready to dive into the details? Let's go. Let's talk stats. 26.6 points, 11.9 rebounds, 2.7 blocks per game. Sounds unbeatable, right? Wrong. There's a dark horse in this race, and she's breathing down Aja's neck. The MVP crown might not be as secure as we thought. Aja Wilson is on fire this season. She's not just playing basketball, she's rewriting the rule book. Wilson's putting up numbers that make you wonder if she's even human. 26.6 points per game. That's like scoring a touchdown every quarter in football. And those 11.9 rebounds, she's snatching balls out of the air like they're magnetized to her hands. But here's where it gets wild. Wilson's not just dominating on offense. She's a defensive powerhouse too, with 2.7 blocks per game. That's like having a human force field protecting the rim. And get this, she scored over 1,000 points this season. That's not just good, that's legendary. You're probably thinking, okay, so Wilson's got this MVP thing locked up, right? Not so fast. There's a plot twist in this story, and her name is Napheesa Collier. Collier's been on a tear since the Olympics. We're talking 25.6 points per game on 66.2% shooting. That's not just hot, that's scorching. And she's not doing it against weak teams either. In a recent game against the Aces, Wilson's team, Collier dropped 27 points and grabbed 18 rebounds. Oh, and she shot 73.3% from the field. That's not just good, that's rewrite the scouting report good. Now, you might be wondering, how does this change things? Well, it's not just about the stats. It's about what this means for the league. When you've got players pushing each other to these insane levels, it raises the bar for everyone. Suddenly, good isn't good enough anymore. Players are going to be hitting the gym harder, studying more film, and pushing themselves to limits they didn't even know they had. And it's not just about individual players. This kind of competition changes how teams play. Coaches are going to be drawing up new plays, trying to figure out how to stop these unstoppable forces. Defenses are going to evolve. The whole game is leveling up because of players like Wilson and Collier. But here's the kicker. Despite Collier's incredible performance, all 3 ESPN voters still picked Wilson for MVP. Now, you might be thinking, so what's the big deal then? The big deal is that Collier's surge is changing the conversation around what makes an MVP season. It's not just about who wins anymore, it's about how they push the game forward. Just when you thought the MVP race was the hottest topic in the WNBA, along comes a rookie showdown that's turning heads. One's breaking assist records, the other's dominating the glass like never before. But here's the kicker. Their impact goes way beyond the box score. These two aren't just playing for Rookie of the Year, they're changing the game itself. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. This rookie isn't just good, she's rewriting the record books. She's dishing out 8.3 assists per game, leading the entire league. That's not rookie numbers, that's superstar territory. And get this, she's also putting up 19.5 points and 5.7 rebounds per game. Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's conducting a symphony on the court. But Clark's impact isn't just about personal stats. She's transformed the Indiana Fever. They're back in the playoffs for the first time since 2016. 16. That's not just improvement, that's a total team makeover, and fans are noticing. Attendance is up, merchandise is flying off the shelves. Clark isn't just a player, she's a one-woman economic boom for the Fever.
You know, like I said, hopefully we can bring the playoffs back here and give them a taste of it because they deserve it. It's been since 2016. My shot felt well. I thought we could have moved the ball a little bit better, but overall I thought we played well, made plays when we needed to. This team always puts up a lot of points on us, but I'm glad we got the win. They're really good offensively. Yeah, I thought we could have executed a little bit better there at the end. Like we got that 8-point lead, and then I had a few turnovers that can't happen. Once you see the ball go through the basket a little bit, like I still had a few in and outs. I'm like, man, how's it not going in? I'm just really thankful. They continued to show up for us. And they make a lot of noise, like they're into it. They're not just sitting there, like they're invested in this basketball. I think we've had a lot of great battles, and they've helped us win a lot of games on this floor.
Now, you're probably thinking, okay, so Clark's got this Rookie of the Year thing locked up, right? Not so fast. Enter Angel Reese, the rebounding machine. Reese is averaging a double-double with 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's dominant. She set the single-season rebounding record with 446 boards. Reese isn't just grabbing rebounds, she's snatching them out of the air like they belong to her. And consistency. Reese had a 15-game double-double streak, the longest in WNBA history. That's not just a hot streak, that's a player operating on a different level. Reese isn't just playing well, she's redefining what we expect from a rookie. So, who takes home the trophy? The playmaker or the glass cleaner? The assist leader or the rebounding machine? It's a tough call, and it's got everyone talking. These rookies aren't just competing for an award, they're pushing each other to new heights. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the sidelines. Cheryl Reeve, coach of the Minnesota Lynx, is making waves of her own.
I believe in this group that you're with. They don't deserve that. We are trying to win every game that we play in. I don't believe in that. No one has come to me. It's the official announcement has not been made by USA Basketball, so it'd be premature for me to have any conversations about any player or anything until I see that announcement.
She's the unanimous pick for Coach of the Year, and for good reason. Reeve has turned the Lynx around after 2 tough seasons. They started 13-3 and even won the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. That's not just improvement, that's a total transformation. Reeve's secret, she's a master at integrating new players. Courtney Williams and Alana Smith have found their groove under her guidance. The Lynx aren't just winning games, they're dominating. Since the Olympic break, they've been the best team in the league. Reeve isn't just coaching, she's orchestrating a basketball renaissance in Minnesota. Reeve's not the only one making waves. 2 players are locked in a nail-biting race for an award that's flying under the radar. But here's the kicker, winning it could be their ticket to the big time. We're talking about the 6th Player of the Year award, and it's coming down to the wire between Leonie Feibick and Tiffany Hayes. Feibick, a rookie for the New York Liberty, has been turning heads with her length on defense and smooth shooting. She's not just coming off the bench, she's making an impact, starting 15 games this season. That's impressive for any player, let alone a rookie. But don't count out Tiffany Hayes. She's been a key player for the Las Vegas Aces, adapting to a reserve role like a pro. Hayes is averaging 8.8 points per game as the Aces' top reserve. That's not just good, that's game-changing. This award isn't just about bragging rights, it's a springboard. Winning 6th Player of the Year can launch a career into the stratosphere. It's like getting a golden ticket in basketball. Suddenly, you're not just a bench player, you're a star in the making. But wait, there's more. The most improved player race is just as tight, and it's got everyone talking. Dejonai Carrington and Kennedy Carter are the names on everyone's lips. Carrington stepped up big time for the Connecticut Sun. She's not just improved, she's transformed. We're talking career highs across the board. Points, assists, you name it. She's gone from role player to starter, and she's making it count. Then there's Kennedy Carter. Remember when she was a high draft pick with loads of potential? Well, she's finally showing why. 17.2 points per game. That's not just improvement, that's a breakthrough. These players aren't just competing for an award, they're rewriting their stories. The Most Improved Player award can change the trajectory of a career. It's like hitting the fast forward button on your development. Now, let's talk defense. The Defensive Player of the Year race is heating up, and Nafisa Collier is right in the thick of it. She's not just playing defense, she's redefining it. We're talking 9.7 defensive rebounds, 2.1 steals, and 1.2 blocks per game. That's not just good, that's game-changing. But here's where it gets wild. Collier's not just in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, she's got a shot at MVP too. That's like being nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. It's rare, it's impressive, and it's got everyone talking. But don't count out Aja Wilson. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year is still dominating. She's in the top 5 for opponent field goal percentage inside the restricted area and leading in blocks. Wilson's not just playing defense, she's building a wall around the basket. These secondary awards, they're not so secondary anymore. They're career-defining moments. Winning 6th Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, or Defensive Player of the Year can change everything. It's not just about the trophy, it's about the opportunities that come with it. Think about it. These awards can lead to bigger contracts, more playing time, and a chance to become the face of a franchise. They're not just recognizing past performance, they're predicting future stardom. So ESPN just dropped their final WNBA awards predictions, and wow, things are heating up. Aja Wilson's still the MVP favorite, but Nafiza Collier's making it interesting. The rookie race between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese? That's like choosing between ice cream and cake. They're both amazing. These tight races are pushing players to new heights. It's not just about winning anymore, it's about changing the game. Teams might start focusing more on player development to snag these awards. And players, they're not just chasing rings, they're after that individual glory too. Here's a wild thought. Could these awards change how teams build their rosters? Imagine a team stacking up on potential award winners. That'd be crazy. What do you think? Who's your pick for next season's breakout star? The WNBA's future is looking brighter than ever.